Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back to Jedi 7 YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jedi Mike 7, with J King. Um, we're here to review the fifth episode of Star Wars The Acolyte, episode 5. Um, Man, listen. I was flipping. I was tripping balls, bro. I was tripping. I was like, yeah. Listen, I don't care. I'll say this 4 episodes. This was just dog shit. I was just like, let it drag on, and I was like, okay. I'm like, I watched the 5th episode. Sam from Team JVS, make sure you go subscribe. I was looking at the, hey man, we're gonna do a recap of episode 5. All right, I gotta watch the episode first. Catching my wife up, Umbrella Academy and everything, and here I'm just like, let me watch this. I'm not watching on TV. I'm watching on my phone at this point with this stuff, right? I'm watching this, and all of a sudden, like the first 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, interesting, whatever. Lightsabers, I'm hearing from a distance, not really seeing it. And I'm like, oh, okay, seeing all this like combat. All right, that was a pretty good move. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, he's dodging these lightsabers and shit. Oh, he made a fucking Jedi shish kebab and shit, and then he just like freaking you cut up a lightsaber with his damn helmet. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what? And then Saul just beating this. They're not like us. They're not like us. Man, I was like, what? Bro, listen, regardless with the episode 4, because listen, I'm saying, hey man, you should wait till 4 episodes until they actually get to something. No, right. But that being said, I have not felt like a kid like this for a minute, and for a minute in Star Wars. So I'm telling you, y'all saw the review I just posted recently. I was
that was legit 24 hours ago.
That was 24 hours ago. I was defeated. I was not no angry Star Wars fan. I'm like, man, this show was just bad. But aside from that, this episode was good. If anything, it probably was the best episode this season. Probably the best episode of Star Wars I've seen in a minute. Aside, not talking about the episode 3 and Power of Many. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about. Okay. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about this episode alone. Multiple colleagues of mine who don't even mess with Star Wars were like, know what? You had Lucas. You should have seen the chat. You look at the chat right now in our private chat. Y'all can't see it, but like in Messenger, he had a gif. He's like,
I saw that.
Yeah. And we were talking about it just now, guys. Listen, aside from Daffy King, and he just the Jedi had the Sith, I should say. Whatever. He was the guy who was May's side dealer or whatever, right? I was like, wait, you holding the guns and all the cloaks and stuff? Like, I've been in the gym too. He had the forearms.
His forearms blocked the lightsaber. Let's talk about that. But seriously, yeah, it may have been one of the most predictable, like, who it could have been under the mask, because like people were thinking that. But the way this dude was acting as this Sith Lord, very different than how he was acting before. And honestly, that was a little bit scary.
Man, listen, I don't care what anybody say. I don't listen. I can say, be fair, even though the 4 episodes I think were bad, that this episode was simply amazing.
Yeah. What would a certain somebody say?
I give it 5 out of 5. Woo! Right? But yeah, anyway, this guy, listen, I don't care. Listen, Kylo Ren, got nothing on this dude. He got nothing.
Nope.
Like screw Kylo Ren's helmet. I'll freaking this helmet, man. And listen, he had no glove and a lot of leather. He had a damn cloak and helmet. He had no gloves. It was his bare hands.
He basically had a bathrobe on with a helmet, and he still dropped bodies. that ain't gym goals. I don't know what it is.
Like, yeah, I was like, what the heck? And then I looked at the director. You know, there's a director who directed this episode. You know who the things he was attached to that he directed?
No, I didn't see no.
He attached to Daredevil on Netflix, The Punisher. I can just name a few, but yeah,
okay.
Like
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense now.
Like, come on. But listen, I was just the combat. Let me talk about the lightsaber fights in this, man. Listen, the lightsaber fights. I'm gonna tell the sequel trilogy have not done anything justice. Even on Disney Plus shows, emotionally, there might, or in terms of narrative story, might be some good live action scenes. With Balin and Ahsoka. Those good fight scenes. Obviously, animated Ahsoka and Vader, or Ahsoka versus Maul. Those fight scenes. Those duels definitely are iconic and everything. But cinematically, what are we talking about here? That getting back to the best choreography in all of Star Wars is in the prequels. Hands down. I don't care about any of y'all, and the fact that Disney did not, take the choreographer from the prequels to this and stuff, it's a freaking disgrace. Because again, I get it, the samurai, the Jedi are based off the samurai, have the swords and everything. But no, this is what showed this should have been cinematic. But it's on Disney Plus show that people are not even going to watch. And that's a shame. This is the point we're saying there was good things in this episode. You can get in detail what actually happened and all that stuff. And who but listen, especially like I can't pull in episode 5. But because all the stuff I just totally got my mind. I didn't care about about Kalmundi, all that stuff. I didn't care about any of I was focusing on what I had here. And listen, I felt like a kid again. And I'm not saying as of like the lore and all of the just basic just entertainment. This is as basic form entertainment. If you're not a Star Wars fan or anything, you're just watching this as just action or whatever and all stuff. No, this definitely is entertaining. It was entertaining. That's because the last 4 episodes, I was just bored. And some things you can get pissed off of if you're a Star Wars fan and everything. But man, first I gotta give a few MVPs in this. Before we get into detail and all that stuff. I don't care. I'm spending my damn time. But yeah, but while I have you, make sure you hit the subscribe button, you comment, like, and share. Man, I'm amped. But this show is still bad though, but it doesn't matter. It's like this episode was still good. I'm giving acknowledgement. Right? Freaking shout out to this man right here. So man, listen. When you ever assign me a few scenes, maybe in prequels, whatever, where really the Jedi literally he just dropped the lightsaber. No, let's give the fist and cuffs. I'm gonna, give him that Kendrick Lamar to Drake. They're not like us. Man, yeah. Also, and just like his master, her master, whatever, she definitely was trained very well. But I gotta give Daphne King up in this mess, man. Cause listen. She was on the X-23, never left her. It just evolved. But I listen, and man, and the movements was it was clean. Listen, I don't care. It in the words of certain people, it was crisp. It was crisp, right? I'll tell you. Just watch the last week, my last review. I was done. Okay, in 20. So I was like, yes. Where was this? Anyway, I'm done. Go ahead, take it. I jumped in, man.
What do you want me to say?
You feeling the show? Recapping this.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I can recap. So yeah, as you said, like literally where we left off, the master comes in, smoke, and when we wake up, we drop in bodies. Bodies are flying, bodies are dropping, lightsabers are swinging. Everyone's just getting massacred, shish kebabbed, thrown onto the ground like yesterday's trash. Like they just drop in until it gets to basically the main characters of the show, like that are on the planet. And again, like as you said, this episode, like damn. I was sitting here like he can testify. I was sitting here watching the entire time like damn. Like, we're glued to the screen at this fighting. And then again, said like again, Daphne Keene, just a beast, and Yord as well, just a freaking beast. Like they did their damn thing, even if they lost technically, but well, no, not technically, they did lost. But yeah, just so much to unpack with where this could go from here. But yeah, again, a lot of bodies dropped until Yor tries to get Osha out of there, but she's like, no, they're gonna die if we don't go back. And after this episode, I'm like, they would have died regardless. But yeah, again, oh my gosh, Daphne Keene, man. I sincerely hope she's in Deadpool and Wolverine. I sincerely hope because I need to see her fight more. But yeah, got clapped,
and all that. And listen, all that. And again, this is also the people being mad about this. Everyone thinking, oh, does she have a relationship, with OSHA, with all that stuff? Oh, there might be something there, or whatever. Forget all that. No, it's okay. No,
forget it. She's dead.
Nah, but man, I was like, oh, he took it out, and then she gave him that 3. They gave him that 3 stab. And listen, they ain't doing no Obi-Wan Kenobi bull crap. Like, no, she stabbed, you are through. You're through. No, ain't no one killing you because now she's not getting impaled because she doesn't have the strength and the black girl magic, in Obi-Wan Kenobi. She didn't have that to resurrect, to heal herself. No. I'm not gonna give it to you once. Not to you twice, but 3 times. They get
and these were no cutaway stabs. Like it wasn't Obi taken out in the very first Star Wars movie. It wasn't Qui-Gon Jinn stabbed in the stomach and then he falls. It was straight up, bah, 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 and you see that. And she ends it as well by knocking his helmet off. But in response, bah, bah.
Man, I'm not even talking about. Let's say, okay, the guys say some weaknesses, whatever. Okay, whatever how they're going with this with Osha and May, they reconnect at the end and stuff, and then also she cut her braids off and stuff because she's trying to get another lace front, so that's what she's trying to do. Because like I'm not gonna be like my twin sister. I'm an individual, and because now I found out that she has the same haircut that I do, I'm just gonna cut this mess. Now I'm gonna do my own thing. Yeah, that's what she did. Yeah, I don't know what's the whole thing with going on with her.
I the only thing I can guess is that she is pretending to be Osha so she can get the truth out of Soul, like get it like we're in a box in space. The only way forward is for you to just land the ship. But until then, you're gonna tell me exactly what the fuck happened. And that's probably how we're gonna get to the other perspective of what happened back in episode 3.
Yeah, maybe. But I hope. And listen, I'm expecting. I'm not saying I'm expecting, but that maybe this was just one time thing, whatever. Hopefully, see how this goes. But again, I to continue on this for another 8 episodes? It's 8, right?
Yes, we have 3. We have 3 episodes left.
3 episodes, but yeah. But this is like I don't know. Like this gonna be like a Netflix like Luke Cage situation where half the season good, half the season not good. Like then stuff like I don't know, um, and everything. But I listen. I'll say I'm not really sold on the whole OSHA and May relationship at the moment right now because it's almost like too convoluted, not really kind of this delve into being clear cut and to a point where you actually care. The only thing I like from Osha I cared about, but not only returns her relationship with Soul, but also relationship with Daphne King's character. Like, so when when she did go out, it's like, oh no. But but that's the only thing I felt. Um, but yeah, man, I'm glad it didn't kill Soul though. I don't think he can be making it out. Um, but yeah, but it's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, no, I can already suspect that by the time we get to that final episode, like Soul might most likely won't make it, and one of the only two people that, and there's only going to be one person left, and it's either going to be May or Osha. I can already tell.
Right. And again, there's many other, things that can happen here. Like definitely a rematch. I don't think he's dead. But he did acknowledge that he might call like you guys might call me a Sith. But the
Mhm.
main thing he wanted was that he wanted a pupil. He wanted, so listen, now this will be interesting. I'm not even gonna say this because like the whole point, this selling point of this show was saying, hey, this is telling the perspective of the Sith, right? You know,
Mhm.
now, what if out of the blue, a crazy thing happened, whatever, that this show will end where actually Osho will be dead along with Soul and everything, but people folks from a Jedi, and the only two people will be May and the Sith Master, and then that will establish the history of the rule of two, um, or at least eight, or starting that because again, it's still foreign to the Jedi currently. Um, but what Yoda was saying, always two, they are a master and apprentice. So, but again, we have to get to what the acolyte, what it means, right? Destroy your dreams and all that stuff like that, right? So yeah, I'm really intrigued what they do with that. But again, I don't want to be like I created a plot point that probably be more exciting, but probably won't put. I'm putting too much energy than probably what the writers on this show have done. But just based off the last four, and I ain't thinking that clearly. But yeah, yeah, again, I want to give this. I don't want to give this episode A. I'll just give it a B just because of to get to this point was definitely tiring some, but it was definitely rewarding. And I have recording of my literally the moment I was done watching this episode. And I'm gonna probably make a video of this, but I was just like, this show's fucking off. This episode's fucking off. Not this show, this episode. Yeah. Again, we can agree, disagree, but I just felt good being a Star Wars fan, a happy Star Wars fan for once in a while. I know Jay King
Yeah,
is happy to see this, seeing this. I know he is. But this is the point of the fans definitely, again, I'm not going to pick and choose what talk about fans of integrity or people who actually have general criticism, people just on the hate train, whatever. But like, yeah, I literally said the first four episodes, I'm like, all right, first two, all right, see how words go. Thought this was boring. Episode three bad, four I thought it was not good and everything. And then to get to this point, it's like I can acknowledge when I see something good here, and I'm right to my opinion on it. But yeah, Jake, can you have any final words or anything you would say until we wrap this? Because I'm yeah, I'm gonna watch it again after this. I'm sorry. Yeah.
all I gotta say is just this was a really good episode. Again, this is by far the best episode of the season. I don't know if any other episode we have left will top it, but I just hope they're good. I just hope that this is a turning point for the rest of these episodes to actually be good. So that way, the first four episodes were worth getting to whatever the ending of the story is. That's all I hope for.
Mm. Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, guys, what rating will you give this episode?
Uh, I well, letter rating, I'd probably bless you. Letter rating, I'd probably give it a B or a B plus. Number rating, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, or like an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. All right, got you. Yeah, again, I thought this was the best we got in this Disney era. Definitely the best best lightsaber on screen live action fighting we've gotten. Period. Period. Yeah. Yeah, but I again wish it was in a better show, but at least we got these moments in the episode and stuff. But anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you like the episode? Did you not? Did not change your opinion or anything? Whatever. Do you think this is a pile of trash like the 4 episodes before it? Whatever. Please let us know. Yeah. Let us know in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts. All right. This is Jay King. This is Jedi Mike 7. Till next time, we'll see y'all. Peace. We are out.